Etymology and historical origin of the baby name Emma. We arrive at the name Emma after a lengthy evolution through time, beginning with medieval versions of ancient Germanic names such as Ermintrude and Irmengarde. These names were later shortened to Irma, Ermin or Ermin, which is the German word for universal. The name later evolved to the feminine form of Hemma and was first introduced to Britain by Viking conquerors who came to England via northern France, Normandy. In the 10th and 11th centuries, Hemma, daughter of Duke Richard of Normandy, would eventually marry the King of England, Philip the Unready, and become the mother of two more kings of England, Harthacnut and Edward the Confessor. More on Hemma below. A spelling reform in the 19th century eliminated the silent H, leading us to the modern spelling of the name. Today, the name Emma is extremely popular throughout the English-speaking world. In 2010, it was ranked number 2 in Canada, number 3 in Ireland, number 17 in Australia, and number 48 England. It's the 11th most popular name in Scotland, and ranked in 3rd place in the United States according to 2011 data. Emma is most popular in France, Belgium, Norway, and the Netherlands, where the name ranks in the number 1 top spot. Personality of the girl name Emma. The number 5 personality loves the excitement of life and can easily adapt to all situations. As natural adventurers, these personalities thrive on the new and unexpected and prefer to be in constant motion. It makes them feel alive. They'll stir up some action if there's not enough around, and as inherent risk takers, they enjoy pushing the envelope. Naturally rebellious, the 5 personality has no fear and never resists change. Traveling and new experiences feed their souls. 5s are very social and attract friends with ease. People love to be around the 5 fun-loving and exciting energy. This is also a lucky number in numerology, like the 3s, so fortune seems to shine on them, helped along by their own optimism and good nature. 5s have a quick wit, a cerebral mind, and are generally very persuasive. Popularity of the girl name Emma. Emma was particularly fashionable in the 1800s and early 1900s in the United States, but has always been a long-standing classic name. It started to decline in the 1940s and experienced its lowest usage in America in the 60s and 70s. The name regained favor by the 1980s before catapulting to the very top of the charts at the turn of the 21st century. In fact, Emma even secured the number 1 position in one year, 2008. Like her fellow sisters currently on the list of top 5 most popular girls' names, Isabella, Sophia, Olivia, and Ava, Emma's usage is following a naming trend that has popularized old-fashioned, time-honored picks. Quick facts on Emma. Gender, girl. Origin. Number of syllables, 2. Ranking popularity, 2. Pronunciation, EM. Simple meaning, whole, universal, complete. Characteristics of Emma. Adventurous, intellectual, progressive, freedom-loving, adaptable, easygoing, sensual. Cultural references to the baby name Emma. Literary characters of the baby name Emma. Emma Bovary is the central character in the 1857 novel Madame Bovary by Gustave Flaubert. The novel was considered scandalous for its day and attacked for its obscenity by public prosecutors when it was first serialized in La Revue de Paris between October 1 and December 15, 1856, resulting in a trial in January 1857 that made the story notorious and widely read, as well, which is surely not what the censors were hoping to happen. Today it stands as one of the most influential novels ever written. The story focuses on a doctor's wife, Emma Bovary, who refuses to acknowledge the banalities of her unsophisticated country life. Wife, mother, provincial, empty, boring, yawn. So what does she do? She engages in a couple of adulterous affairs, she spends money extravagantly accumulating insurmountable debt, she over-romanticizes and fantasizes the true realities of life right down to her own destruction. And yet the reader sticks by her with twisted compassion, despite her bad behavior. Perhaps we fear there is a little Emma Bovary in us all. George Knightley is the protagonist of Jane Austen's novel, Emma, written in 1816. He is a wealthy, kind, well-mannered man of high moral character, every mother's dream of a son-in-law, who stands in contrast to the initially self-centered nature of the young Hemma. He is, after all, 17 years her senior, and wastes no time in pointing out her faults to her, all the while being very much in love with her himself. After a lot of meddlesome matchmaking on Emma's part, mistakenly placed suspicions, petty jealousies, and the like, the two get together when Emma finally comes to her senses. And how's this for a good son-in-law? He moves in with Emma and her father at their estate so that the old man will not need to miss his daughter. They don't make Em like that anymore. Frank Churchill is the utterly charming, handsome, well-bred sometime suitor of Emma Wedgwood in Jane Austen's 1815 novel, Emma. He is an accomplished horseman and a perfect gentleman. Well, perhaps he's also just a teeny bit shallow. He travels all the way to London for his haircuts, but he is so difficult to dislike. When we take a closer look at Frank, we see that he is perhaps something of a cad. He is living off his wealthy aunt and is unwilling to declare his intentions for his true love, Jane, whose social standing is lesser than his. In that vein, he pretends to pay suit to the rich girl, Emma, in order to safeguard his potential inheritance. Now, that's not nice. However, as in all lovely novels of manners, all comes right in the end and true love prevails. And to be completely fair, he does suffer for his sins, and he does seem to grow as a person over the course of the novel. It just seems to us that he's so much like Emma that he ought to have been paired with her, but we wouldn't dare presume on MS. Austen, Emma Woodhouse, the protagonist of Jane Austen's 1815 novel Emma, is a beautiful, high-spirited, intellectual, and slightly spoiled woman of 21. Her mother died when she was very young, and she has been mistress of the house ever since, certainly since her older sister got married. While she is in many ways mature for her age, Emma makes some serious mistakes, mainly due to her conviction that she is always right coupled by her lack of real-world experience. Although she has vowed she will never ever marry, she delights in making matches for others. The popular 1995 movie, Clueless, is a portrayal of the modern-day Emma. Popular songs on Emma. Emma, a song by Hot Chocolate, a song by Sinead O'Connor, Emma Jean's Guitar, Emma's Song, a song by Chailey Wright. Famous people named Emma. Emma Thompson, actress, Emma Watson, actress, Emma Lazarus, poet. Historic figures with the name Emma. Like many important women from the medieval period, Emma of Normandy was no different in terms of her determination and fortitude. She was born a noble woman, the daughter of Richard the Fearless, Duke of Normandy. At the turn of the 11th century, Normandy was providing shelter to those pesky little Vikings, who were, of course, intent on invading England. The King of England, Ethelred II, had a few tricks up his sleeve. One was to try and buy the Vikings off with money, and another was to arrange to marry Emma. He needed all the alliances he could form. This would prove helpful, as the King of Denmark, Sweyn, decided England was his for the taking. Ethelred fled to Normandy and was given protection by his wife Euros' brother, so-called Robert the Good. Sweyn was successful in his ambitions to ascend the English throne, but died shortly thereafter. So Ethelred returned and reclaimed the throne, only to die himself a couple years later. Houston, we have a problem. Who is next in line to be King of England? A battle ensued between the heirs of Sweyn and the heirs of Ethelred. Canute, son of Sweyn, eventually won, after Ethelreda Euros' son by his first wife, Edmund Ironsides, is suspiciously murdered. So what does the opportunistic Emma do next? Why, marry Canute, of course, thus cleverly protecting the lives of her own sons who were natural rivals to Canute. While the men were picking fights on the battlefield, young Emma was using her feminine wiles to jockey her own sons into power positions. Smart lass, this one. She would eventually succeed. Two of her sons, Hardicanute, by the Dane Canute, and Edward the Confessor, son by Ethelred, would go on to become kings of England. Oh, and so would her nephew, William the Conqueror.